Thousands of protesters flocked to the streets of Moldova earlier this week to rally against election results. But what is as interesting as the politics is the communication tool they use to gather the mass crowds: Twitter. Hello, I'm Christina McGosland, and you're watching Newsy.com. We're taking a look at ways the social media website has played a part in recent events. Here are some headlines. Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty from the Czech Republic headlines: "The revolution will be tweeted. Moldovan protesters exploit social networking sites." From the New York Times: "Protests in Moldova explode with the help of Twitter." And Duluth News Tribune from Minnesota: "Our view, Twitter won, communism zero." The young rioters searched a keyword named after a square in the capital city to bring people to the streets. CNN senior international editor reports their success.
The organizers had put out messages on Twitter in Moldova for people to turn up at this protest, and one quote I was looking at today said one of the organizers had said, "We expected 1,000 people to turn up, and lo and behold, be careful what you Twitter, more than 10,000 people turned up at this protest."
Twitter also played a role in the recent G20 summit in London in early April, giving updates and helping protesters communicate. The Daily Telegraph has this view of one of the organizers of the protest group, G20 Meltdown. Twitter was a key tool in terms of mobilizing people and shifting around, because it allows people to file and read updates via their mobile phones. CNN reports not all Twitter updates agree with the protests.
Some of the tweets were picking up on scenes like this one, where protesters outnumbered by news photographers outside the Royal Bank of Scotland were really raising questions about whether demonstrators were acting up for the cameras. A tweet like this: "If the media went home, so would the protesters and the police."
An editor from The Guardian's website explains why Twittering can be crucial.
Well, I think even with broadcast cameras on a story like that, you can only see one linear thing at a time. So you can only see where the position from that camera, where that reporter is. And actually, it wasn't a linear narrative story. Those things never are. You've got literally moving people on a protest, but you've also got pockets of different temperatures that you need to take and lots of different narratives to bring together. And there is something fantastic about being able to see all those different strands simultaneously.
So what do you think about Twitter's role in these protests? Is it a useful tool to help people convey their messages, or did it only make the protests more violent? We invite you to share your thoughts with us at Newsy.com, and be sure to check out our sources. I'm Christina McGosland for Newsy.com, where multiple perspectives help provide the real story.